Welcome back, and here we are again with our another little chat. Now today's chat is about a British comedian, what is a local lad from where I'm from. That's Birmingham, England. And his name is Jasper Carrott. And I'll show you. This is one of his cassettes where he did Carrott at Nottingham. And he used to tell stories and jokes. And the one was about the cup winners, the European Cup final, and then about the cup winners shield and things like that. And he even talked about Top of the Pops, because he actually had a single called Funky Moped, but the part what made the single great was the B-side, because it was a spoof of the Magic Roundabout, but it was X version Magic Roundabout. Oh, if there's any pictures of him, hold on, I'll just take the cassette out, and there's, I don't know if you can see them pictures, and that's all the things he talked about. If the camera can pick them up, and the different stories he did. So that's my first cassette of Jasper Carrott. Now for his next one, Carrott Tells All. It's like a news one, and this is like stories that he got news from the papers and things. One about holidays, hair loss, children's physical, computer games, sport, virgin votes, King Kong. It was all talks, comedy, because he could make anything. And for my next one, it's Jasper Carrott Unleashed, and it was he did it for ITV centred. ITV centred took a bit of a risk putting Jasper Carrott on the box live. The gamble paid off, and this is the result of a recording of his show from the Theatre Royal Drury Lane, which including a section of tape after the transmission had finished that couldn't have been shown on the show. So, as you can see, there he is with his gun. It starts off with the introduction, talking about the Moffats, something else, Zits, the mole. That story includes that, because he had a mole in his garden, so he sat up all night on a chair upturned round with his shotgun and a light strapped to it, trying to shoot this mole. The next one is the microphone. Then it was about punk rock, and then the one that made everybody laugh was local radio, where he talked about one of the radio presenters called Tony Butler from BRMB back in the Midlands, and a radio presenter from Manchester. And the thing with Tony Butler, he had a delay on every call, because if anybody swore, said bad language, there was a 3-minute delay, and all you get is like saying, "Oh, it was rubbish," and then it goes BRMB radio. So next one, the knot on the bus. He said every time he sat on the bus, a knotter always sat by him. So that was in A Mog's Job. That's another one. And the Expert Class. So this is the one what he did live, and that's, there's some of his other stuff what he's done. albums and that. Jasper Carrott On and On and On was his next one of his. Carrots in Knots, that's that tape. A Pain in the Arm, the best of Jasper Carrott, and this one is unrecorded Jasper Carrott. So with the Carrott Rabbit On and On, he talks about Spaghetti Junction, sex supermarket, in concert, local radio, a medical, BBC medical. So that one about the medical, he was going to the BBC and he had to take a urine sample, and he did it in a whiskey jar, but in the end he left the whiskey jar on the bus, and as you can imagine, he was saying that, oh, some drunk find this whiskey jar, think it's whiskey, open it up, drinks it and say, God blimey, this tastes like piss. And it was. So he did, and then on that one, Jasper Carrott, Rabbit On and On, it's got the magic roundabouts, and it was really funny. He's quite old now, thin on top with his hair, but he actually did a TV series with Robert Powell, you know, the famous Robert Powell from the film 39 Steps, and this was called The Detectives, and there's the both of them on the back. There was a couple of bungling detectives, and they always got in trouble and that, but it was a good series. As I'll show you, they did 5 seasons, so if you can see the pictures on the back, and there they are on the front, and another one with them both, and even some comedians starred in it. That's season 1 and 2. The other one's season 5. This is 4 and 3, and they would always get into trouble. There's even one where they've taken hostage, and the chap is watching the FA Cup, and it's Manchester United versus Birmingham City. Robert Powell was the Manchester United fan, and as usual, Jasper Carrott is a Birmingham City fan and that. And it is quite funny. These, if you ever get a chance to watch them, I recommend them because they are really funny. The things they get up to, the trouble they get into, it is so funny in that. It is, because Jasper Carrott and Robert Powell, they was really good together. They was really good. Yeah, and Jasper Carrott did some charity work. He does a lot of charity work. He even's got a tram what runs in Birmingham named after him, like Ozzy has, because he's a local lad. His name's not really Jasper Carrott, that's his stage name, but he's one of our heroes and that, and he's so funny in his wit. He still makes everybody laugh now. And that's my little chat about the legendary Jasper Carrott. It was, I don't know if he made his, got known abroad or in America, but he was always big in England and that. And if you ever get to see The Detectives with Robert Powell and Jasper Carrott, I highly recommend it. It might be on YouTube, so if you get to see it, if it's on any other channel, go and watch the episode. You are being stitches with them, because even their chief, who was trying to keep them out of trouble, he always ended up having the flap for every disaster they usually get into. And this is where I end my little chat about the great Jasper Carrott and the things he's done, and he's still going today. He's going to do a tour. I think he's going to do a tour sometime soon, and he hasn't done a tour for some years, but he's decided to go back on the road doing tours around the UK, and he's very funny. And if you get a chance to see him, I recommend him, and he's a great laugh. And I say, if you enjoyed this video about Jasper Carrott, and if you enjoy my other videos, my talks, and even my walks, I hope you join me again and subscribe to my channel and press the thumbs up. It's no charge. I don't charge you. It's free. So I wish you a fun farewell whenever you watch this, and look after yourself and take care with each other, with one another. And I say goodbye for now.